Wassail, beautiful people. I think we can come down a bit. Just do a bit of Palo Santo. We're going to play Wheels of Fortune. Ooh. I've got a cup of tea. I haven't been talking all day. So, Wheels of Fortune. I went to Museo Marco yesterday, and it's just rammed full of the most amazing ancient artifacts. Wassail, oh, it's already gone. Wassail, Sandra. Wassail, dark fire dragon, and wassail, Megan. So yeah, I went to Museo Largo, which has got an amazing collection. It's in a beautiful place that's steeped all over the walls in bougainvillea. So it looks amazing. But you're going around seeing all these artifacts from thousands of years ago through lots of different cultures, not just the Inca and the Mochica. My brain's gone dead. But when I came back, I was just steeped in all this energy and very drawn to kind of carpets that are pieced together in lots of different ways. Oh yeah, that's the museum. On Instagram you can see pictures of the things. I haven't posted the fabrics. They were one of my favourites. There were some fabric dolls made from very ancient fabric, and they were like the norms. They were all sitting together, weaving and creating more fabric. So that was a real pleasure. But I came back last night and was drawn by the energy. Wassail, sacred seer. And I was told to take out the Wheel of Fortune and build a kind of patchwork carpet of messages. Wassail, Fool's Tarot. And build a kind of energy around the wheel with different parts of the wheel representing old echoes, energies forwards, incoming things, cosmic messages. And I thought that today we would do 5, hopefully. I'm just not sure because I don't know how long it'll take, but the idea will be that we do the 4 elements plus Aether, if we get there. But they can be quite long because they take quite a lot of cards. And I've got 5 different Wheels of Fortune. I got this, I got this in Mexico, and when I was in the shop, I was like, was that made here or was it made in Peru? And he went, oh, it was made in Peru. So it's my Mexican purchased Peruvian jumper returning to Peru. So yes, I thought that we would do the elements. So I would suggest that you think about which element we might have first. I'm just going to show you the wheels. Here is one Wheel of Fortune. Here is the next Wheel of Fortune. Here is another Wheel of Fortune. I know, it's very autumnal, but we're moving into spring. Yeah. Then we have this one. There's alarms going off outside. Crazy Lima. And that's the final one. Sirens, horns, their driving is absolutely crazy here. So, of the people watching here, which element would you like to work first? Earth, fire, water, or air? We'll do eighth last if we get there. Agua. And then we've got another one. I'm getting water. It's looking like water first. We've got one air. I'm going to go with the two waters because it was a double. Water. So let's begin with water. Now, I'm going to show you the cards again, and we're going to number them. Let's do them that way. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, but I can't see the comments. One, two, three, 4, or 5. 4, we've got 1, 4. A 2. 2 4s, we're going to begin with 4, the hard deck. So water and 4, and we're going to call that 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Here is your Wheel of Fortune, and I'm going to ring the bell. Let's put the book down there. I'm choking on balance. Let's put the other wheels over there. And let's to begin with, Wassail, Olga. We're on water. We're doing water energy first. I could hear the howling icy winds of somewhere very arctic, and then it began to soften, and there was a sense of water being harshly frozen but melting in that energy frequency. So, we have this Wheel of Fortune. Obviously, there are 4 different sides and there will be messages coming off each side. So, Olga, we're building fabrics, patchwork fabrics, like we had in the museum yesterday. I went to the museum with Olga and her friend Katya. And we had a beautiful time. We saw all the pornographic exhibition. It seemed a little bit more shocking last time when I went 5 years ago. Wassail. So let's ask about this water. So this is an interesting style of reading because I have to line things up and then work out where they go. Because it's like building a quilt, and this one's slightly harder because it has pip cards. So there's a lot of an overburden of fire coming towards the water. And we have Temperance. So these are the 3 cards. We have the 6 of Wands. And we have the 3. With temperance in the middle, and she holds a kind of horse bit in her mouth to temper your speech. So, the energy of the cards is domestique, so home life, but it's coming with an energy of facing some kind of ending. So because that frequency is coming across as a hold your peace kind of energy, I'm going to read that first section as something that's in the past, that's still current, is still echoing in the present, but it's somehow based in a journey that started a while back. So we have this energy of not so much a victory, but the acknowledgement of where the goalpost is. And that the goalpost is about biting your tongue. Wassail Tom. So yes, the need to bite your tongue. It's almost like I'm feeling like there's 2 things. There's a fieriness to emotions previously. So like steam, something boiling, something very hot, something pushing very hard at you externally in the past. But I'm also getting, because of the bells, I'm getting that energy of defrosting old emotions that you literally bitten your tongue and will not express. And then we have this beginning of the end, this energy of transforming. It's like, I almost want to say it's like you're halfway along this journey, but you've frozen. Okay, you have frozen again. This is an energy of dealing with trapped, frozen, uncomfortable, ancient emotions, and you've worked out how to still that energy, how to have a vision to bring them into some kind of balance, these energies, and they're fiery, they're anger. But that's now reached another point where the wheel can't move. So, let's get some more on this carpet of ancient Peruvian wisdom that we are building. So, this energy, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is about a freedom of emotion, a racing of emotions. Then we have the Atia card. This card represents the questioner. It represents you, yourself. And then we have this card of, this is in reverse, so it's the enfant. I feel like we're dealing here with a kind of the message that the cosmos is wanting you to understand as you go through this process of defrosting emotions. So there's something about being stuck with your inner child. There's something about, again, I'm really picking up the energy of Eris. Eris is in, let me check what degree. She's in Aries. Let's just check her out. 24:42, she's around that area by the 23rd on the equinox. So there's something of a discomforting challenge that the universe is bringing you to free up your emotions. You started that journey. You began to build the fire, the sacred rage, but you had to learn to bite your tongue, and that could have been suppressing these energies for decades. But you've reached a point where your wheel, this wheel of fortune, has just frozen. So we need to look at how we unfreeze this. Let me just look a little bit more at the Etilia one. Yeah, I feel like you're being egged on by spirit, but you're not listening to spirit. That's the energy of the Wassail, Kathy. You're done with your perusing. So we have two. Let's see what we have. There's something about this journey having a much simpler pathway, a much more utilitarian pathway than you're giving it. I feel like your stuckness is caused by not a repression, but caused by an overthinking of the spiritual benefits that you're going to achieve. The achievement is to unblock your wheel. But I feel like you're putting down, what do we want to say, like a rule book, or making deals with spirit. If I do this, you do that. And Spirit's like, no, I'm showing you the pathway you're meant to be on. Yeah, we're doing water first, we're building carpet tapestries. So you're making things complicated. The journey has started. It's saying you've started this journey from so many different angles, and yet you've never completed the journey to unblock the emotions. So if we keep building, that's the incoming energy is the need to simplify. The instruction manual, but it's you writing this instruction manual. You're making deals with spirit that you don't need to make. Wassail Eve, Wassail Eve. So we've now got 4 cards. I'm going to show you them. These are the future. It's the future pathway. So we have the Valet du Bâton, le Valet du Bâton. And then we have the Queen, the Queen of Swords. And then we have the King of Coins. There's a lot of different energies coming in, ancestral energies, and it ends with the Fool, Hoshí. Hoshí, Hoshí, boom, 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 boom. So this has got something to do with, there's like a courtesan, ancient courtesan energy, and I don't necessarily mean that. It could be marriage energy, but this is about an energy of not being free to express your emotions. You have no emotions in this future frequency coming forwards, you've got fire, you've got air, you've got earth, and you've got the new beginning. But somehow the water, the emotions are still bound up in this energy of the past. So let's go deeper into the energy of the past. Got 4 little holes, although I've not managed to yet make a clean carpet. That's okay. So we have the hermit, but the hermit here is a Capuchin monk, and it's about being a traitor to your own truth. So that's coming, like the cosmos wants you to understand that you've been a traitor to your own truth because you're echoing with the memory of ancestor. The cosmos gets this. The cosmos understands why this cup, the only energy of water, is being overruled by sacred rage because the energy of frustration, of fury, of being silenced, you have to bite your tongue. It's all coming backwards to this notion of not living in a world. Wassail, Kelly. You have to bite your tongue. You're not ancestrally being allowed to express an emotional truth. And the cosmos recognizes this, and it wants you to recognize that you're caught in that energy. So let's see whether we're getting more of the past. So here we have the 10 of coins, and we have the knave, the valet, d'épée. The immediate, it's like game playing. I want to say the immediate energy that came out from this was a sense that this frequency of blocking emotions began with wealth. They were showing me the more wealth, the less emotional freedom. And that's not necessarily just you, it's an ancestral energy where the wealth, the possessiveness, the ownership of lands, of houses, became the traitor to your emotional truth and is what triggers a kind of anger. There's also a slight frequency of a conceitedness where there is an assumption that by having all the material possessions in the ancestral line, that this would allow greater freedom, yet somehow this valet turns up and sort of, it's almost like being stalked. It's espionage, it's spying. It's like every time you reveal something treasured, something takes it, someone takes it. And it's very much about an energy where there are so many other people involved in this conspiracy to silence that's blocking your wheel, but there seems very little that we can do. Now, depending on what we get next, if we get just one card, and we did, we can complete that story. So now we have the 8 of coins. So So this money, this 8 and this 10, these possessions, this wealth, this abundance, was something that an ancestor worked for. They worked for it very hard. They were a master of their art. And yet, on the achievement of it, that's when the vultures settled in. They just feel like there's a lot of people around here who don't wish you well in your emotional strength. It's people who will try and kind of poke you down, try and enrage you. And I feel like this is an ancestral story that's been going on for a very long time, almost, 300-400 years. So I'm hearing 16th century as a kind of birth frequency. Interesting. The Knight of Cups, this card fell on the Knight of Cups. And this is the energy of reunion, soulmates. This is something that is a disrupted soul energy. This is another 6. You've now got 666 in this. This is a holding station. This has got something to do with abuse of creatures, not just humans. And that could have been your ancestor, and it could also have been moments within yourself. Wassail, Urbína. So, 2 hidden energies. So we've got the light. We're just the only energy, really, other than the Knight of Cups, and these 2 cards kissed each other. There is a soulmate energy that is being withheld. So we've got like a destructive tower and the energy of reigniting the darkness to sort of unlock the appearance of this soulmate. It's a very fiery energy that needs cutting back with air, but it's really difficult because when you apply air to fire, the sacred rage will become stronger. So, yet more fire. And that's coming at the very end of this soulmate energy. A new beginning awaits inside the destruction of the darkness. The new beginning awaits that energy. Let's just get the last 3 cards with luck. It's coming. So, you've got the Ace of Cups, Wassail, and the 4 of Coins. Now, the 4 of Coins is going back to this energy of the 10 and the 8. The mastery of a skill brought abundance, and the abundance brought the editing out of true emotions. And then by hanging on to this energy that seems to dwindle ever more in terms of abundance, by letting go, that's how you open this energy of refilling your emotional cup fully, bringing your frequency, bringing your wheel into coming forwards and spinning. Let's see if we can just get one card to end that. And we can, and then everything changes. News will be coming in. 2 of Pentacles. So this is fascinating. You've got 8, 10, 4, 2. 8, 10, 24, 6. 6 of Cups. 6 of Batons. 6 of Swords. But not that notion of the 6 of Pentacles being in the now. The absentness is the fact that you can't, until you get through this frequency, really apply your energies, your emotions, your love into the now. So I'm just going to take a quick picture of that. And hopefully I can post them somewhere for you to see afterwards. I guess I can do a little bit of a show and tell. So this is the road that starts with the 8, 10, acquiring the wealth, and then finding someone coming in and stealing it, and then more people coming in. Because you've lost the natural flow of the route, and then along here we've got the 4 still hanging on to what little abundance you have, and that's blocking you. So release more, and then you will get the Ace of Cups, followed by 2 of Coins to bring that transformation. So the bottom row, I guess, is the cosmic story. So here in the cosmic story, I'm really hot now. The temperature can't make its mind up in this place. I don't want to take the jumper off. It's about the colour. So an ancient energy, there's almost something about this ancestor giving abundance to some kind of organized religious group, and that's what built sacred rage in future generations. So the original benevolence was corrupted in future generations, and that's been blocking, shielding an opportunity for a soul tribe member to come forward, and you've got to bring those walls down to come into this new energy of abundance. Your middle row is talking about how you went from a fiery overburdening, trying again to remove angers, but it couldn't be done. It stopped the wheel. And then moving into the future, there's somebody new coming in. There's somebody that new who will come in but needs to be removed. You need to be much more wise. You need greater wisdom to deal with the new beginning. Because the final 3 cards are showing you the new passionate reset, things being turned over. So yes, this is very interesting because it's actually a complete carpet, and when I practice these, they've never been a complete segment. So this is something that's completing itself. I wasn't going to do this, but I feel like I just want to put a little bit of alchemy of astrology on to just kind of finish by seeing what's needed, what are the alchemical elements needed to apply to this to move the wheel on. Because actually this is the most static of all the wheels, it really is. So we begin with Moon in Capricorn, inner values, cool-headedness. Then we have that moving the whole deck. So we have embers, and we have series. So fork over the embers in the seat of your soul. This is the not ended phoenix forming energy. You're being given the chance through your inner values, core sacral inner values, and it has to be about self-love, not an obsession with ancestral wrongs. You've got to find them and release them. Wassail, the soot, the embers. It's like this is the point at which you can put out the fire. I'm being shown all that frozen emotion as snow that we got at the very beginning. Just put it on the embers, put the fire out so that you can light a new fire in the seat of your soul, and then you will go into a trine. You will have that water eased energy. You will get the formula. But for you, if you're looking at your zodiac and which planets you have in water elements, I would say your water elements currently are either stark, frozen, or surrounded by fire that's building this sacred rage. But it can be shifted. You can do the shifting, but you've got to go down into this transformative ancestor that thought they were being benevolent, but they were a traitor to their ancestry, because as children went on, this first energy that this person thought was a benevolence was actually eating away at the emotions of their descendants. And it's there in you, and it's time to transform it into this with some kind of soulmate. I do get the feeling that this bon étranger is someone slightly deceptive, gonna come in and almost behave like they're the soulmate, but they're not. So just be aware of, I don't mean be horrible to new people, I just mean when you meet new people, judge them wisely. Don't let them further freeze your emotions. So, that, my friends, is water. So, let's put water back. So, now, what would we like next, people? Fire, earth, or air? My tea's running out. Fire, earth, or air? Fire, earth, or air? You decide, you decide. Fire, I have one fire. Is to appreciate me, send me gifts. Fire, we've got fire, we'll do fire, fire. So now we have a choice of 4. Let's move them around, give them different numbers. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's play Wheels of Fortune. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wheels of Fortune. 4, 2, 1, 4. We've had 2 4s, so we're going with this Wheel of Fortune. Let's play Wheels of Fortune. Building a map. So fire, and that's at 40 minutes. I know that's coming in 10 seconds, but I can get the book down and I can say at the right moment, welcome to your fire reading. So, I'm on fire. We're building a carpet, a tapestry, a Peruvian ancient culture, stories, listing around the Wheel of Fortune in 4 directions. Oh, got 2. Let's see if we get another one. I'm really on fire. I was so cold now, that's too many. It's really cold earlier. I really might have to take my jumper off. Oh. Right, that's a separate journey. Let's begin with the 2, because it's like, oh, you see, look. This is the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Swords. So here we're opening in the energy of passion, friendship, exchange. I feel like that's the energy. Is it though? Oh, I didn't do the bells. I was going to do the bells first. Let's do the bells. Wassail. I was getting into fireflies. Fireflies, and I want to say they emerge to mate. I feel like this is going to be an energy of passionate copulation, passionate affairs. There is an energy here of deeply sensual relationships in this fire energy. Love reigns. When you can let love reign over fire, when you can let the emotions be the driving force, you will begin to make passionate connections. So, healing, justice, and love. We are definitely in passion here. Venus is in Leo, yes. So here, because these are dealing with ancestral echoes, this is the energy of love from the past. I feel there's a lot of a sense within this of ancestors not actually being given choices in love. It being somehow about balancing expectations. I feel like it's an energy though that has already been severed. But it's interesting. It's about you have the freedom to choose and yet you still make the wrong choices. That's interesting. You have the freedom to choose now. This notion of being forced by ancestors, parents, grandparents, having that freedom to make decisions has not made a balanced love. It hasn't given balance. It's the incoming energy, pure, passionate, friendship, but we need to understand how that is achieved. Oh, I've got the cards up the wrong way. We have got one. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles has been in both readings. But this one's about home trappings. Rows within relationships. I got one all the way over there. Divorce. D-I-V-O-R-C-E. Which came out as a song 4 years ago. So here we've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is about the trappings of the morality of normal family life. You know, the front that we put on, the way in which we try to show people that everything's good, and yet within the home, this is that energy of bitter disputes, not being honest, being overburdened. This is interesting because this is a very watery energy, and yet somehow the fire one had another. It's like these are two readings that need to be laid together when you look at where your water houses are and where your fire houses are. So there's an energy of separation to come into joy. And that doesn't necessarily mean divorcing people. It's more to do with reaching an understanding of yourself, because between this argument, you've got the home life being revealed, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles in the real world. This is very earthing emotions, but this is about rebuilding, moving perhaps. You know, if you're in a relationship and there are difficulties, there are arguments, then it might be that the need to move forward is to rebuild from scratch in a new place. Because it ends in joy. It really does. The freedom to choose hasn't necessarily made you wise up. The freedom to choose hasn't made you wise up. I accidentally put energy down the wrong way. So let's see what the cosmos has as the energy underneath all of this. Oh, that's a busy energy. I think that's one set, this is one set, and this is... There's something about understanding your inner light, your solitude in order to be with, in a successful relationship. You have to understand the relationship you have with yourself. And we have, with this one, we have the Four of Cups. This is an energy where, and it is emotional, but it's this energy of an inability to transform the world you live in. The world of romance, or love, or passion, fire signs. There's a lot of emotions here, and it feels like the emotions are so heavy that they put out the passion. You have the devil. And these are kinky passions. That's what I'm getting from this energy today. I'm getting that sense of playfulness, passionate love, deeply passionate love. And there's something about this Six of Batons it's like a new page, but it's almost like you forgot to dream the truth of what you wanted. The freedom to choose, there's a belligerence energy in this. Like you're being ruled by your fires, your rages, sort of fetishes as well. There's an energy here of believing in certain physical, and it is physical attributes in a lover more than actually witnessing their true emotional passions, their true fires. You're being fired up by a fetish rather than a truth. Now, we've got 5, which is really going to mess up this little carpet's neatness. There's nothing neat about this one. It's not going to block in like the other one did. So, what do we have? Begins with an energy of I want to say there's partly decrepitude, but it's also celibacy. This is... I'm picking up this energy where you have love, you have passion, you have fetishes, you have desires, but somehow your desires are not matching the relationship that or the relationships that you have formed. And that's leading you to doubt your own sensualness, sacred sexuality. And you're stuck there. You're stuck trying to seek balance on something that you haven't even finished writing. You haven't really, truly considered the fires that make you passionate. You're looking at this somehow from the wrong angle. And oh my God, there's loads. 1, 2, 3 bodies. So you have the energy of the prince riding in, but actually when you lie him down around these 3 cards, he's riding away. Your true love, the true passion of partnership is being driven away because you're being ruled by your eye, and new senses are going to come up in this. Because at first I thought we'd do the 5 senses, but there's something about seeing. So the 3 cards here, interestingly, are this frequency of having ridden together into wrong love, but this is in an energy of ancestors. So, as I said earlier, the original energy was where you were driven through not your own choice, but having let go of, and that having been severed, and being given the freedom to choose, you're being driven by fetishized passions rather than emotional truths. You're almost scalding yourself in your love choices. There are lots of very big tears in this fabric. So I'm going to show you that this one in the middle came out upside down, this 6 of cups, because it means the future when it's in reverse. And it's one that because of that I do like to know which way it came. So there's a new loving energy that's mysteriously eluding you currently. But it's part of this energy coming in, this friendship frequency, passionate friendship, with someone who's really open. And it secures a future that at the moment you can't begin to understand. It's time to announce self-abundance. It's time to announce self-abundance. You have to redefine your own passions. You have to ask yourself what are things that you feel passionately about. And this can be films you've watched that have moved you, it could be books you've read, and they've marked an energy that you've built up around yourself. And it's somehow led you astray. It's led you astray, but the energy of this reading is saying that there's the most passionate, loving transformation coming towards you, but you've almost got to acknowledge that we can make wrong choices, but we can make those wrong choices work, but it's no good if you just keep sitting in this energy of putting on a false front. It's that energy that's not truthful here. It's not the fires of truth. So do we have one at the end here? There we go. It's all unblockable. All of this, the fires will unblock things, but you've got to allow. It's almost like, you know when they take frozen water or hot boiling water in a really cold place and they throw it in the air. It's that energy of energizing emotions, putting passions into emotions, but for the right reasons and not the wrong reasons. In the past, you've somehow done it for the wrong reasons. Because it was a freedom to choose that's not been had before. And sometimes the freedom to choose can lead us down slightly distorted avenues because we're not honest with ourselves. We're just happy at the fact that we have choices. So what else might there be in this that just needs to be messaged out? There's something about carrying like a barrel of sludge, you know, like past, just put it down. Put the barrel down because you don't need to carry it forwards. It's another burden that's holding you back. And you've got the 9 of batons, which is that conflict of weighted passion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a real sense of transforming the energies to bring a new alignment. I do need a water break, and we'll do it after this one in between, before we move on to the next one. I think, Elizabeth, you might be watching this slightly behind time. Because you're shouting out the number 2, but we did that a while back. So, salt of the earth, materialization. This is to conquer the ancestral energy. Oh my goodness, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, south node, That's powerful energy. What you're looking at in this frequency is happening between the 25th of October and the 8th of November, when we have the South Node total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. This is transformative energy. And then we have Distill, the moon in Leo. So somehow there's a kind of, it's almost like this extruding, this energy of being forced into some kind of decision is about distilling and washing away, like wonky flames, ancestral energies that need to be transformed, and turn them into a kind of passionate, blood-wanting kind of explosion of, sexual creativity. So you've got 47, 48 and 49 here. But it's slightly in the wrong order. But it is that you're being released in this eclipse tunnel that's coming. You're being released of the ancestral Neptunian echo. Neptune's in Pisces. Release it, let it go, and allow new, passionate emotions to drive your frequency forwards. Okay, I need to take a picture of that. It's going to be a bit complicated. I don't think it will fit in with me. Let's give it a shot. I don't even know if they're in focus. Cross that bridge when we come to it. So yes, that's yours. I will bring the camera forward and show you, but it's going all the way along the whole table. I can't fit that in the camera shot. So, we now are down to earth or air, earth or air, earth or air, earth or air. Let's see what you pick. Oh, water while you're picking. Earth, air. Right, we've had 3 air, so we're going to go with air. So air, so that's 1 hour, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So, air. Let's do the bell on air. That wasn't me picking it up. So, what did I get there? I got stillness, I got comfort, I got a sense of achievement. So, we need to pick a wheel to play Wheel of Fortunes. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. So get real calm, real sense of purpose in this air energy. Air is the dominant energy at the moment. 2. You forgot the timestamp for air. 1 hour, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So, I've got to go back on this 2, 3, 2. 2 it is. 2 it is. We have 2s first. Oh no, I can't find those cards because they're black on the back. Let me pop these back. Yeah, calm, stillness. Wonder what the message will be for air. There was a real calm. There was like a pause. But a pause with movement. I know that sounds weird, but it's like the air didn't stop turning, but it felt very pleasant. Air. 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 Someone's gone down and standing up on the leg of the chair. Right, there's too many for one story, but it all builds into one. Yeah, look, this is that stillness, the Caballero de Oros, the slow-moving night. There's something about waiting for the change, and we've got Muerte. The transformation. This is about old ideologies. Ideologies have changed. Philosophies have changed. The past has trampled on memory. Yeah, I held them up the wrong way around, but actually this way around. I get confused when I'm holding them up because it's all a mirror, but they're this way around. The past has been trampled on. The philosophies have transformed. There is a new tone, is what I'm getting. There's a new tone, but it's ahead of its time almost. It still doesn't fit. It's like seeing a whole pile of apples and there's a pear. And everyone's like, we don't need pears, we drink apple juice. But pears are the future, so you will drink pear juice. It's that kind of frequency where the change has happened, but the now hasn't allowed the energy of the newness to fit the frequency of what's come. Yeah, and we have Dos Toros and Reina de Espadas. So this is coming, how am I going to hold that? It's in reverse, so you're reading it from here, then to La Muerte. The changes that were brought around almost 800 years ago is the energy. Something changed 800 years ago, and time hasn't allowed that philosophical truth, because still within all of these cards, these are all one shade of sepia, and this one's different. You can't, it's hard to show on here, but this one's creamier, these ones are peachier. So your Wheel of Fortune has been almost this air energy frequency has been feeling like it's cranking to a halt for the last 800 years, and now it's moving. It's not turned, but it's beginning to be buffeted by the cosmos. Yeah, the bells for air were about a calm, but with movement. They were very, I don't want to say empty, because they weren't empty. But they were very still. They were very calm. So, papaya juice. So, here, this is interesting. This is the energy that feels like it's below the air. So, el mundo. This is the earth. This is the frequency that ruled and doesn't any longer. This is the frequency that's lost its power to air. And I'm being shown El Shaman, El Mundo. There's a new earth shaman, and it isn't an earth energy, it's air. It's of the earth, but it's created by the air. So it's this frequency, Reina de Oros, this benevolent kind of comforting earth energy. And again, I don't know, maybe it's just this deck, but these two, Knight and Queen of Air, they're the two that are in a slightly different shade. So the earth itself has finally relented and is releasing to the control of the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of the Earth acknowledges the Queen of the Air has the current now truth to create this new world shaman. So there's a sense within this that air is bringing apocryphal changes, mystical changes, spiritual changes. But it's almost like this Queen of Earth has kind of bowed down to allow the energy of the new air-inspired truth. Let me just have a quick little dig into this. There's something to do with the eclipse tunnel in this one. There's something to do with the roots of earth magic transforming to air earth magic. Or well, it's still earth magic, but it's accessed through a different sacred tree. The Yggdrasil is transforming. The Yggdrasil, the roots were clogging. The roots were holding too much. The trunk was choking, and the leaves couldn't flutter in the air. That was that stillness. So, let's see, we've got two other branches to this story. Two other branches to this story. There we go, what have we got? So, I need to see where this is going. So we have Dos de Bastos. I have to put my glasses on now, I can't see what you're writing, people. This is a new vision coming in. A new flowering or point de la fleur de passion at the point of the flowering of passion. And it's because water, the silt in the water is transforming, is clearing, the air is blowing on the passions. There's a new playbook here, but it's a new vision. A new cuatro de copas. There's a new opportunity arising. And it's a journey forwards. But I want to say you can't see it. I want to say you're looking in the wrong direction. You're still looking at Earth. You're still looking at the wrong frequency. You're not looking at your own air. This is really interesting. All of the readings were about a kind of sense of being muddled around the truth behind each element. The elements work in harmony. So currently, because air is the dominant energy, it's going into the earth with its swords like a plough, and it's digging things out of the ground. It's bringing things up that were buried, truths that were hidden. You can't hold that back. It's inevitable. It's what will happen. Now, air, when you blow it on fire, increases the flames of passion, increased vision, increased opportunity, increased journeying away from the old. And then if you take the air into water, it's able to kind of influence the movement of emotions. So emotions are being rippled currently to journey to some new shore. So, I'm always being told that the shaman of the earth has been castrated and that there's a new shaman of the earth, an air shaman, or at least an air epoch shaman. So we have the naveless, the princess of batons. I want to say she's coming across as a single norm, trying to weave her own future. I need more on that. Oh, now we've got loads. Let's see. So I'm being pulled into these at the moment. These are coming in as energies to work with. So this is like an air challenge. There's this part carpet, part instrument, part strings, part sound moving through the air, and it tempering the emotions. But if you tune yourself, if you are an instrument, if you do your editing of your emotions incorrectly, you're actually going to grow a greater sense of anxiety. I think it's the key is this down here. The key is accepting that we're in new earth magic. We're in a different frequency. Whatever you did before for magic, it's now failing in its duty to manifest that changes because it's been castrated. So we have a Tesla trap energy. So we've got 3 and a 6. What are you trapped between? Learning and achievement. Learning and achievement. You're trying to achieve before you've learned. You're trying to walk before you can run. Because you're in air, there's a kind of enormous thrill to having air frequency all around you. But it is throwing you off balance. It's like you need to contemplate the application of the air in the earth. What do you dig up from your past that you can shed? How do you move on and retune your emotional truth without bringing up things that give you anxiety by facing them? If you face them, they won't give you anxiety. If you do this in some kind of half-hearted way, you won't get your absolute truth. A little explosion on absolute truth. Tower moments. I can't get this one. See, that's really fascinating. King of Coins, King of Swords. This is the energy of this new earth magic. It's a battle between the old and the new frequencies. And it's so transformative, it's giving you anxiety. I'm not saying you don't want to do the change. I feel like as you're doing the changes, you're visioning journeying into an ever darker tunnel, and you're not. But that's how you're seeing it. And then we've got this 3 of cups, and these come across as they come across to me as spirit. They come across to me as kind of, usually this is an energy of some kind of reunion, but there's something in this energy that's a disguise. This is like being led in the wrong direction. It's a new message that seems to come up a lot. Journeying towards the wrong cul-de-sac because you've got to change your shaman, your inner shaman. You've got to readjust, you've got to research the new energy. Otherwise, Spirit's going to lead you into anxiety and falsehood. So everyone there. You've got the ability in air to control this massive transformation, but it's got to be handled with a philosophical awareness that you're doing the right thing, not just for you, but for society as a whole. There's something about that. Leave the old battles. Leave the old battles. Things in friendships, in families, in relationships, leave them. If they don't make sense in this new energy, leave them. Leave those energies behind because they're blocking you. And that's your apprenticeship towards coming into the new frequency. And it's just saying that at the moment, the earth is fragile. The earth is out of balance. It hasn't completed its transformation. It's calming down, but it's still off kilter. It's not managed to get there. Just see if we can get one last card. It's a big old reading there. Big old energy. There it is. Oh, it's 2. It's interesting though. You see, the Emperor and the sacred high priestess is not the same as the new energy of the sun. It's almost like swapping these two. This was the old frequency behind all earth magic. This is the new. This is some kind of new esoteric energies being opened up. So that's what needs to be changed. It's almost change your perception of the past and you will create an airway to a new future. Change your frequency of the past and you will transform and create a new flight path into the future. I don't know what I've done with my phone there. I need to try and take another picture of that when there's just too many cards. So let's just get an ending with the alchemy of astrology. Forgot to put that in the list, because I'm going to use it. Alchemy of astrology. So, interesting. Moon, High Priestess, Square, Emperor. There's tussling between the two, just like there was tussling down here between the King of Coins and the Tower and the King of Swords. There's energy being transformed on a 200-year frequency, 800-year repetition that's taking place to transform sacred knowledge, earth magic. This aquavita and then this distilling, it's like pouring on moderation, quintessence, the false pathways, the spiritual cul-de-sacs that we've been led down in the last 50 years. Why did I want 50? But earlier, I was really drawn to 50 years. But it's, you know, the last 50 years has been a kind of monetarized greed on most spirituality, and we've almost got to kind of pour on the acid, clean everything down. False pathways, spiritual cul-de-sacs, washing away the impurities, squaring off the conflict. I need an energy of where it's going. It's interesting. It's like there's an energy, King Kong, you have to be careful with that one. This is not speaking to the opposing forces. Rationalizing differences, understanding the transformation of magic, but where is it going to? Oh. That's a lot. I'll do them. So you have Eris and Sappho, 32, 33. So calming the rage, separating out the challenges, the discourse, this not speaking, this conflict, actioning resolutions, and then filtering through the soot so that you get into this energy of being human again. Because Sappho is the only asteroid named after a real historical person. And this is kind of sensual, spiritual, sounded, spoken, or written, but I'm really feeling it's spoken truth. It's like making the Galdir, the Old Norse spoken energy, which was much more associated with women than men, and any men that practiced it were always called Biputtas, but you know, they have the magic, so then you need to watch out with that one. But yeah, this is a real frequency of spoken retuning. Oh, wasn't there one about, wasn't she in there, that Sota de Bastos with her, yeah, with the retuning, putting new strings on, retuning, fine adjustments, a whole new grid work, energy from the earth, a new shamanic tune coming through. I did see a comment on Instagram today from someone who was saying, why all the sudden excitement and attention to shamans? And I'm like, because things have their moment, and we need to have more shamans, but we need more new shamans. We need shamans working with the new elements, not the old. A true shaman will adapt because they're in the spirit of the new Yggdrasil tree, working everything through. So let's put the microphone on that back in order. I can do that later. So we are moving on to. Oh, the pen's gone. I'll change the pen. I lost the other pen. So this is Earth, and this is at 92. Actually 93. And I don't know what that is in hours. We'll work it out later. So, bye, sacred sphere. So, you have a choice, 1 or 2 on the wheel of fortune. 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. I think it's 1 hour 33. I'm going to write that down because I think that's what it is. 01 33 00. Oh, sorry, I missed you. 1 1 1 2 1. So 1. We're going with the golden. Oh, Holly's going to be so upset. She really wanted to see that other day. 33, 34, that's nice. So let's have your bells. What's the stick? The beater. There was an energy of first bell soft, second bell so sharp, so transformed, so tonal, so different, growth of the earth in some way, stability and then softening. there's something going on with Earth where it hasn't given up the control. It knows, but it's not let go. Whee! Well done, Polly. Where's that deck? Here it is. So, we're making a carpet. What do we have here? So this is, that's this energy coming in of needing to pull something up, and this is the Knight of Batons, like wrestling, struggling, and it's interesting. The one thing, this is like all the other elements being freed from the earth to create their own newer energies. So here you have the Six of Swords. There's something about this one that's very deeply spiritual. And then here we have the Ten of Cups. And there's something, the most earth is this kind of Capricorn energy where the Capricorn's refusing, the earth is refusing to acknowledge what it has been doing to spiritual emotions, spiritual thoughts and emotions. There's a transformation. It's been blocking. The earth has been particularly putting out an energy of passionate fires that it wouldn't matter if we went back in time, read books, looked at the history. Somehow you won't see the energy that's being drawn into the earth signs at the moment, or drawn out and replaced. There's something very Virgo about this energy. It's a mutation of the earth. What's missing here is Taurus. So the fixed earth frequency has lost its battle. The tail of the cardinal earth is being formed from new spiritual passions. So, these two are first with that one. So, where's this one going to go? We've got the brain donkey, the foolish need to be a leader. This earth, this is something to do with Taurian energy. It's a lesson for fixed, immovable energies. Ah, there, look. It's interesting, this is the one card that doesn't have really gold on it. It's the only one. I wonder whether they just forgot and that it was meant to have gold behind it. But there's something very sad about this transformation. The whole world is being cleansed, rejigged. There's a balance that won't move as well. This justice energy is coming across as false justice. It's coming across as an energy of, I do want to say legalities, but I feel like the legalities in this earth energy are, for 200 years Earth's been dominant, and there's something about how there's a whole series of structures, laws, things that are built up around us that have made impressions on our journey through the world, but this is that real energy of a fixed sense of self beyond imagining, and it comes with the norms, which is the 3 of batons, a fixed vision. It's already been woven. Why should I move? This is the place I'm comfortable in, Earth. And before that energy is the lovers. And it's interesting that the lovers are coming across as distorted. So there's real distortions that have happened within the life of people that have planets in Earth houses. Look at those planets in your Earth signs and ask yourself, what do you need to do to kind of Virgo them all? What do you need to do to mutate them? Apply some cardinal Earth, Capricorn energy, and push into creating a new balance. Because what I'm getting from a lot of this energy is that the cosmos has been bringing it, and you've been pulling back the energy and standing on your own soapbox platform of what you will and won't accept, and the whole world has dropped from beneath the feet because it's unbalanced. It has to be changed. But this is Eros as a 4 frequency. Eros as the 4th primordial energy of love, not the infantilized. It's almost like your rule book, your legalities have infantilized your perception of possibility, because we haven't yet got any of the incoming future energies. So let's see what the incoming future energies have to offer. So I'm being told if you can weave it, you can unpick it. You can change it, but you don't want to. So what have you got coming here? That's interesting. You've got a real fear of air. So you've got the 3 of Cups. This is coming across as spiritual piety. This is coming across as a little bit like this energy, but if you just got off your high horse and actually accepted the frequency of spirit coming in, you will somehow, it's like a headache to you, because it's a transformation. And you've got here the 9 of Swords. It's literally the idea that this energy is transforming is almost making your head pop. You don't want to face this, and you have to. Here we've got the Valley of Swords. I feel like you're all tooled up for the new energy, but you're blowing down your horn and no one can hear it. It's almost like it's blocked. It's blocked because you can't embody the vision of this frequency, a fear of an old energy being renewed. I need a story on that. I need the... Oh, but we still haven't got the fourth part of this Earth story anyway, but I feel like I needed more background on that. So let me look at these the other way. Yeah, it's interesting. I thought they were going up there, but they're not. You've got the four of batons. And there's something in this card about cutting away at the structures of things, revealing more of like your Venus passions. I'm not saying this is just a Taurus reading, it's about earth signs, but they're really pulling in on that fixed earth energy, finding a way to build new passions leads to this wonderful energy, the Two of Cups. You've got either end of your reading, you've got the Lovers, which was Eros distorted, and then you've got an understanding of true passionate love. I feel like your own earth dominance muddied the waters of love and put out the fires of passion. And this is about bringing down those old structures so that you can move forwards. Don't know about that one. So, yeah, I think that during the last 200 years, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I think that's the wrong way around, but you might be seeing it the right way around. Anyway, this is part of the piety energy. There's something of the Emperor's new clothes, body shaming and nudity within this energy. It's almost like the energy of the earth was so strong, your entire body was filling itself with a heaviness, a staticness, a staleness. There's something about this. They're saying get your tits out and pray. What I mean, I don't mean that. What I mean is that there's something about this clothed, humble, that just feels like it would make your head explode, Earth. It's not the energy you want. You want a kind of more pagan energy, and you've got to do that. You've got to bring down the core beliefs of any kind of religion that you've been brought up. The house of your God must fall to create the house of your new deity. There's a fear of wanton passions over sensuality coming through as well. So, what do we have? Let's see that we're getting all of this new religion, new ideas, the pathos, transforming beliefs. Four of Cups. Empty your cup. It's sludge. The energy of your understanding of emotions, because they've been so fixed and driven by old societal norms, has created a brackish water that no one wants to drink or should drink. It's full of silt, it's blocked, and it really needs. Tip it away, tip it away. All of these cups, they all need to be emptied, because you've got to refill this. You've got to build from the beginning. You've got the 10 of Cups way back. You've got that spiritual energy. trying so hard to pour in Earth, but you're not witnessing it. There's something about a soldier. There's something about this King of Cups that is mournful, and it's the fact that it came while I was looking at the 10 of Cups. This fear of expressing emotions. You'd rather cut your own arm off or something. There's an energy of you misunderstand this transformation from harsh swords to soft spiritual codes. Take the swords, turn them into ploughs, and grow food to sustain the world. It's 110 there, which I like this time. 110. So can we have 2 more cards to end this story? Oh, we can. Interesting. How does your story end? With 2 wands, a magician and the ace of batons. This is about moving into shifting to a new air energy, but still being physical in the earth. And there's 2 cards. One, the magician, is the ancient materializing of religious, dogmatic caution that has shamed you as earth signs. Because as earth signs, you have physical awareness, and it ends with you refilling your cup, understanding, flying with the energy of air. And yours is a complete picture, like water was, but fire and air were still piecemeal. So first of all, I'm seeing Scorpio. Scorpio essence, change essence. You've got to embody Scorpio. You've got to embody that energy of going to your core nature to discover that your core nature is transformed. Getting a ringing in the past. It's rusted. The past is rusted. It's calcified. It's aged. It's decrepitude. It's tarnished. It's choking your future. A moon in Capricorn. Again, this came up earlier in one of them. That connection, the competency of inner values. Just see what the bottom card is, apparently. Spirit. You've got to accept the transformation of earth to air so that you can actually allow in your fires and your waters. The air's there, the air's busy digging away at you, but it's making your head explode because at times you don't want to face the transformations that are just taking over everybody. So, that's that one. Now, have I got the energy for Aether? Because all the way through that I was like, I need to finish shortly. But shall we do the Aether, people? Wassail joys. Do we want to know what the Aether's doing? Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, let's do Aether then. Because I feel like it's there, and then Holly gets to see that deck. So, we're Aether is 11440. Nice! I don't know what that is in. Aether bells. The aether bells. So immediately the bell said, you can't find me. Oh, and then it untuned itself. Oh, that's really, oh, I've got sound going all the way through my whole ears. It started in that side, it's gone right the way through the other side. Right, the aether. Why can't you see it? Can you see the aether? Can you see the aether? Let's just get in. Let's see what the aether's got to say. What's it all about? Aether. It's interesting, I just read a second book. I read The Watchmaker of Filigree Street, and then when I read the sequel, The Lost Future of Peccaharrow, both of the books had a character in it called Grace, who was seeking to understand aether in the 1880s. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? In the aether fires, we've got the king of aether in this sense. There's something spiritually shamanic about this energy. And it's coming as like the aether's coming to end pain. See, we've got like the healing pain, the pain of healing. So we've got this 7 and 10 of swords. Oh no, it's the 7 of pentacles, 10 of swords, but I'm being told it's the pain of physical healing. The pain of physical healing, being the aether passing through you, sees all of the structure of your being. Like an X-ray, the aether passes everything. So this is a journey forwards. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Journey forwards towards this, what am I calling him? He's like an aether god, like a source of energy that reflects aether back. It's almost like a glass slide early photograph. The aether is returning, is restoring, is physically healing, but it's painful. Whoa, look at that, 204. Second one than that. You sure it's 204? Isn't it? Isn't 2 hours 120? 1660s. 120. It's 114. So it must be like 1 hour, 4 minutes. YouTube, sort it out. Put that live feeds minutes read in hours and minutes. So yeah, girl, where are you in Peru and Lima? I'm moving back to Barranca hopefully. I'm waiting to receive confirmation on an extra week's stay because I'm having this tattoo. It's now on the Sunday, and I think I need a couple of days because it's on my neck to heal before I go off to Cusco to the thin air, and maybe all my tattoo will bleed. So, is it 1 hour 54 and 40? I really don't know. I have to sit down and do it with a I'm really rubbish at converting minutes to hours. Yeah, see, look, we're now about to go to 120 minutes, so that must be 2 hours now. So, the Aether is coming for you. That's the real energy I'm getting. The energy, the Aether is coming at you. Oh, it's the cosmic gift card. It went in my face. There's the energy of the Fool and the cosmic egg. The Fool and the cosmic egg. 3 of coins, 6 of cups. There's some kind of, there's a transformation, a dimensional transformation that comes if you can cope with the pain of the physical healing. Oof. Oof. And I feel like that's the message below. All new things, the Fool can have the spiritual gift, the cosmic egg, but you've got to, there's something about, you can be given a gift, but can you open it? Can you open it? Because otherwise it becomes like a shell slowly enclosing you. So to reach out for some kind of cosmic gift, if you're not prepared, there it goes, 154. I'll write that down now because I don't remember it. 154.40. 154.40. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Eve. So, this is like a fierce cosmic egg. This is, it's almost like, it's the energy of transformation. It's the energy surge of something new, but you can't open it. You haven't worked out how to open it. It's weighing you down. It's like having an egg in your pocket, and that egg is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and more salt. But it is the energy inside that egg is the key to a phoenix flight, to a frequency. It's always all about Eve. So what else? Ooh. They all jumped face down and on the cosmic egg card. 2 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 3 of Cups. What am I getting from this? I'm getting you looking in the wrong direction. You're looking in the wrong direction. But this is the past. So going backwards, 3 of Cups. There's a real sense of interdimensional travel. Crabs can be interdimensional travel. There's like a need to use the Aether to burnish burnish a door, a future door, but it's almost like I'm being shown you've got to oil it, you've got to treasure this portal, whereas it's like you're in possession of the portal, but you don't know how to undo its lock, and the lock has infinite doors inside it, depending on how you open it. And it's possible to just keep opening it and stepping through and being in exactly the same place. Wassail. Yeah, being in the same place. What else have we got on this card? Oh, look, it's so interesting. You're blind, you're masked, you're blinkered. Castles in the air. You're not putting down the foundations for your interdimensional differences. This again it's the Two of Wands, but this snake in the middle, why is it? Why are you seeing with false eyes? Why are you looking with false eyes at these interdimensional gateways? There's something to do with slowness in this Temperance. You've left the wrong track. You've journeyed, you've left a pathway, and the pathway is like attracting dirt, and you don't look back. It's this looking with false eyes. This Temperance is a little bit more hermaphrodite than most, but it's more male in many ways. Your Aether, it's like the Aether is watery fire waters, and you can't seem to ever hold enough water in your vessel to clean yourself. So, what else? We've got one more journey available at the top. Incoming, there it is. King of Swords. The Star and the Ace of Swords. Heal your truth. Heal your truth. There are these huge, I want to say peacock fish. This is all about Aether creating kind of chimeras, mythological spirit creatures to assist you in your truthful healing. But you've got to apply some kind of imagination to reach this energy. So here's the Ace of Swords. I can't pick the next one. The Star with Kali Ma. I think it's Kali Ma. Yeah, Kali Ma. Healing is a deathly transformation, but it's your truth. Healing is a deathly transformation, but it's your truth. It's not quite enough information. We've got a lot of space still. We've got at least 8, 9, 10, 11 possibilities. It doesn't mean they'll all be filled. But what's this cosmic gift? Why does it not open? So, Two of Cups. Why does it not open? The cosmic gift contains a mirror. It contains another you, a twin frequency in terms of two souls with one heart. Is the truth behind it? Why does it not open though? So here I have the Magician and the Hierophant. Why does it not open? Because you lack the emotions. You've got the rawness and the sacredness, but there's no bridge between these two energies to materialize what's inside the cosmic egg, the mirror energy, the two souls, one heart, one mind, but two bodies. And I have two more down here. Queen of Batons and the Nine of Batons. This is coming across as an energy of physical constipation, and that could mean literally stomach constipation. But there's something about being clubbed and plugged further. The fires are here to burnish away the soot. So why is there no water flowing? Why is the energy up there? There's truth, but there's no sense of the emotion. The emotion, the only thing that's really to do with water other than the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups is a really ancient tempering energy that led to a kind of blindness. There is a real fear of emotion. It's like emotions are expanding in some kind of way that we can't yet appreciate, and it's frightening. This is lovely energy. So just down here, this physical constipation, and that could be mental constipation affecting the body. There's a sovereignty that unblocks it. There's a sovereignty within you that can transform. It's like a kind of a tree of love growing from within the heart that will unblock, that will transform, that will transfer the... It's like having too many ideas and none of the ideas go anywhere, and every time you think you might move them around and work them out, someone shoves another idea in, and that's all that. It's like having an aether blockage, and that blockage is something to do with passionate thoughts but no emotions. Passionate thoughts but no emotions. And it ends here, 5-5. There's something about butting heads. It's almost like you're trying the wrong way to open the cosmic egg of love. The mirror energy that's awaiting you, the soulmate frequency that awaits you, you're butting into each other, and it literally is like head-butting, ramming. It's Aries energy, it's fiery, it's Taurus energy, it's stubborn. But I'm using them as an example because this energy is so old. That's what I wanted. I wanted to complete the scene. So 4 and the 3 of Wands, the beginning and the ending, the wisdom that was there at the beginning to move with the vision of love, and it's even written on the booklet. So the aether is here to transform the frequency of love within everybody. I feel like we've been given a cosmic egg that's never opened. That's the overriding energy, because there's a fear of a physical healing, because to get that physical healing you've got to move into some kind of spiritual truth, and at the moment your spiritual truth hasn't got the room for the phoenix to take flight. It's blocking the phoenix. Let's get there in. Let's hope So, oh, hang on. What are we doing? We just finished, Laura. We were doing carpets and tapestries that are sort of to do with ancient Peruvian cultures. And we just did acre. Oh! There's one over there floating on its own, Moon in Aries. It goes back to the beginning of time. Moon in Aries, and then I saw these two, Gaia, Uranus, and the Sun, transforming the energy of the ego. Reassessing, readjusting, rebirthing, Moon in Sagittarius, physical, philosophical mission, transforming your philosophical mission to come into the energy of Dark Moon Lilith, the energy of to be empowered to live in your self-truth, unrecognized sovereignty. So it's a beautiful energy, it really is a beautiful energy, this Aether. But somehow you've got to acknowledge the burden of having carried an unlocked, unhatched cosmic egg around for so long. Maybe put it down, maybe a new cosmic egg is awaiting you, and maybe that one's like one of those 1,000-year-old sulphurous eggs that some people love to eat. So, beautiful people, that was meant to be a short reading. I say that every time, but it got a bit out of control. So, we have timestamps, and I'm shortly going to say goodbye. Just in from the pub, Laura. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Kamara. Did you get your new teeth? No, not yet. I went to a dentist here, he said my bone is healing, and it's not as sore, but I feel like I just need a bit more time without them before anyone goes in drilling my mouth again. And I don't know, I'm trying to change my perception and see if I can't encourage my teeth to just regrow from fresh. Who knows what's possible? I put my nose ring back in because it distracts attention from my teeth and the lack of them. Oh, Wassail, Matthew? I think we can. I think we just got to break with the energies we're told. Yeah, I think they might, if I just let go of the fear of it. Yeah, no, it's not Tattoo Saturday anymore, it's Tattoo Sunday, because it's a different category on Saturday or something. So there must be some kind of competition. So on Sunday, I'm going to have the tattoo. And then Monday I have to move house. And I'm hoping that I've got confirmation that I'm going to be going to the house I wanted to stay in originally, but I couldn't complete payment on it on one side, and it wasn't on the other side, so it was a bit annoying. But all of a sudden it was on the other side. And I have paid for it, I'm just waiting for someone to confirm I can go and stay there. It's in Barranco, going back to Barranco. It's very busy and very noisy here, and I'd quite like to go back to a place that's quieter and overnight clubs. Where are you? I'm in Lima. I'm in Peru. And I'm hoping to head up to Cusco, and I want to try and get to the islands of the sun and the moon, if at all possible, inside Bolivia on Lake Puno. And it depends on a lot of things, like I have to try and relax and deal with the very excessively high altitude. No, I've not seen my King of Wands, but I'm thinking that they'll either turn up in Cusco, because that's near my Jupiter line, or I'll just have to go to California, which is where my Venus line is, and there'll be somebody in California. Who knows? Any more comments? Or I'm going to go and make myself a nice new cup of tea. Yeah, you can. You can chew the leaves, but you have to drink the tea a lot for the altitude. Yeah, I want to get that divine timing right. We'll just have to see, because it's really high Puno. I've never been to Puno. I've been to Cusco before. But I love Cusco so much. And someone just gave me information for a yoga retreat centre that's in the Sacred Valley that's a friend of theirs owns. And I might go there and talk to them about possibly seeing whether we could organise like a retreat that people could come on, but I can't promise anything, so I don't know what they might say. So, beautiful people, here's a card that someone wanted for their birthday, just quickly while I'm here. A Wheel of Fortune card for your birthday. A Wheel of Fortune card for your birthday. Things are changing. Things are moving on. There's a transformation coming in with this solar year. I feel like there's an energy of a greater ability to ride your emotions around your solar return. Yeah, look. 2 of coins, 8 of coins. There's a complete energetic shift in the reality of your world, because together these make the 10, they make the completion and the new beginning. So your solar return will be all about a transformation towards some kind of mastery of abundance around you, but you've got to transform things. The last year's been off kilter. This is the year to bring this energy into balance. Okay? Oh, and people that sent me gifts, thank you. I didn't realise that something happened with my phone. Oh, I just saw an orb go by me. Something happened with my phone, and I didn't know I wasn't getting emails, and so I fixed that today, and it's now shown up. Let's take a camera control TV. So yeah, I like that little orb that went right inside my heart. So anyway, yes, thank you for all those that sent me some donations. It's most excessively kind of you. So, beautiful people, I'm going to get a cup of tea. Wassail, and my heart to yours, my heart to yours, my heart to yours.